So I ordered 22,000 pieces of Lego from various resellers on Bricklink, and 2 of the boxes have shown up. Darling, why don't you start with the box that I already opened? Look,
What have you done?
It's just a Ninjago box, and they reused an old Lego box and old Lego bags. But basically, I need these unique colors because I don't already have them. If I look at all the Lego from my childhood, it's this. It's a bunch of yellow, blue, black, and white, and red, and that's just not gonna cut it for the kind of fancy builds that I want to make. So I need those sorts of colors. The fancy greens and blues and purples, and I call this Statue of Liberty green, but it's actually called sand green. So these are the large bricks, and yes, what?
You got keytars.
I got keytars.
You got keytars.
I wanted them. These were relatively more expensive than what we're about to open, which is all a bunch of little small ones. Let's do that one now. Yes, this is the much more exciting one. 20,000 pieces in this single order. It cost, I don't know, about $450 United States. That's 2 cents a piece. So I got like a ton of small pieces. I don't know what it's gonna look like. By default, I got 100 of all the cheap ones, at least.
Into this damn Lego were good. Oh my god. Okay.
I actually did not know how much my wife likes Lego until like she's buying her own stuff. She's playing with my Lego.
Okay.
So is this another... It is! This is another repurposed Lego bag. And look, he's melted it down to make a smaller bag out of it. Clever, huh? Okay.
Those are like the slightly silvery.
Oh my gosh. Did I really get that many of those?
Apparently you did.
Are those all slopes?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what 200 of those looks like.
Okay. Bunch of those.
He had some Technic stuff as well.
It's a lot of those things.
Oh! It's convenient that they're already by color. We can try to keep them that way. I was wondering what he would do. Look at that. Did he seriously... Look at this!
I know.
What a great job!
They're all like this.
That is so cool. He's clearly got a machine that just kind of... That is so cool.
Okay, these are fun. I like those
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
they make
yeah.
signs so cool. It's tiny bubble gum and keyboards and phones.
I told you.
And pizza.
Yep.
These are great. These are great. Thingies,
Yeah, more Technic.
Though.
Oh, Technic is so great. Are those flat or do they have studs on them?
They are flat.
So these are relatively in proportion to how cheap they were. And the orange ones were almost certainly less than a penny each. Whoa!
Oh my god, okay, that's a lot.
Are those cheese wedges? No.
No, these are just flat squares, 1 by 1.
Wow. Over here, this is my container of flat, they're called tiles, 1 by 1 tiles. It's just one container. And after this order, I'm gonna have to fill up an entire one of these with different colors of each. Because this is not gonna cut it. And I just, always digging around in here is kind of miserable. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Are you having fun?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So that's another Technic part.
Right.
That is so cool how he packaged
Flat
these.
1 by 1
Yes.
roundy things.
Also in proportion to how cheap they were.
And more of the same.
For the most part. Yes, the inverters. The inverters. And look, I got these. I was thinking
hearts.
of you.
There are hearts.
I wanted to make funny little Lego things and leave them around the house. And I needed the hearts to do that.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And more of those in other colors.
You know, they're just so good for, like, detail work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, that's, like, safety yellow. It's almost a color that shouldn't exist.
Quarter circles.
Yes.
And
lots of those.
More fun flat pieces. Even more quarter circles. And more of them. More.
Hang on. Here you go.
There's more of them.
Okay, look, they were really cheap. I don't know, I call this dentist's office blue.
I'm not complaining. Flat round things. More flat round things. Okay. Arches. And, oh, those are fun. More fun sort of round curved things. Oh, those must have been expensive too.
I guess so.
Either that or they didn't have that many.
Yes, that's also, that is also a possibility, because I cleaned him out of a lot of these piece types. We're still in the first bag?
Yeah, but we're not even a quarter through here. Round things.
Yes, round things.
Round, not round, other round. More round things.
Oh yes, the light bright yellow, or just the light yellow. Yes, arches. Those are a big deal right there.
Okay, that's a lot of teeth.
Well, they were cheap.
I see. Okay.
Basically, everything here was pretty cheap.
And
that's why I chose this guy. He just had a large inventory of less than average price.
That is a lot of these things. I don't know what we'll do with them.
And that's 1 of 4?
1 of 4.
That's amazing.
Here.
I was wondering how big the box for this would be.
What else have you done? Okay, that's a lot more inverters.
They're really good for detail.
Again, not a complaint.
Okay, what else have we got?
A bunch of hoods and things. Okay. Ah, the spills. Okay, the spills.
Yes.
Some records. And what are these curly things? What are these curly things supposed to be?
They're
candies, popsicles.
They can be whatever you want.
I mean, that's cool. And pop prints.
Flip it over.
Ladybugs.
There's some bees. I got like 20 bees.
Okay, what else? What else? More. Oh, those are
You're
useful.
enjoying this a little too much.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy your Lego, right? More things. More things.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff that I don't have.
More things. If we ever want to burn the city down.
Yay! No, we need a lot more. We need a lot more.
Well, we can start the fire anyways.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Wow, that's
Turntables.
a large quantity of
again,
turntables.
They were just really cheap.
Okay. Wedges.
Yes, the
Those
double
are fun.
cheese wedges.
Yeah, windows. Ooh, more windows.
I did not get
They don't
nearly...
have...
They will. I got
Okay.
those also.
That's good.
But I did not get nearly enough windows. I realized later, like, a lot of the Lego town, you know, I'm gonna need a lot of windows. And I'm gonna have to do a whole other Bricklink order. The thing is, I don't know what colors I want. What are these?
Fenders.
Oh, interesting. I don't even like the fender pieces. They must have just been very cheap.
Well, they're good for over windows.
Exactly.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, neither did I. And I just bought them because they were cheap. I feel like I'm saying that a lot.
Okay, that's a lot of these things.
I didn't have hardly any of those.
Okay. Yes. Again, I still approve. Okay.
I'm glad you approve. I don't know where we're gonna put all these.
That's your problem.
I'm gonna have to go to Canadian Tire and get some more. Yes, these were relatively more expensive. The curvy kind. I just remember. Look, I was just scrolling. Basically, I just went through the entire store from cheapest to most expensive, and went through every page and thought, I want that. I want that. I want that.
Yep, that's valid. There's so many. Those. And more things. Little translucent. Oh, they're
the pyramids.
The pyramid.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we got those now.
And more things.
More things. Yeah, so this particular color of blue, I like it more than the regular Lego blue. And, like, again, when Lego makes a new color, you need, like, a bunch of every sort of piece. Like, you need all the slopes, you need all the various sizes of bricks, you need all the sizes of plates and tiles. And it's been a long time since I've restocked up on Lego, and I don't have these colors. I just don't have these colors. What are these?
Looks like you got a bunch of those things in purple.
Little slopes.
Like a turquoise.
Yeah, this is a relatively newer slope.
Things.
More slopes.
Oh, they're like the A
yeah.
things.
The weird frame things. Yeah,
I don't know what they're called. But
yeah, they were
look like
cheap and they're interesting. The partial cheese wedges.
More wedges.
More wedges. You know what? I really, really like the wedges. Like these are a huge. These are just a huge thing. for building.
There's a hole in this bag.
No! 1 star. 1 star. And those are larger
More.
versions of the same.
Yes.
Again, great for detail work on buildings.
Just more rounded, curvy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
More rounded, curvy stuff in different colors.
Why is there a Lego bag
A
in
Lego
there?
bag, because you're probably this guy's best customer. And you might as well throw in a bag
I was
for free.
just looking at somebody else's haul, and I'm like, it's a shame I don't have a Lego store nearby. Nothing
See,
inside?
there's nothing inside.
Okay,
It's just the bag.
well, I'm glad to have it. How far are we done right now?
Halfway.
We are
We're
halfway.
halfway.
We are halfway. We have to remember
They're all there.
these ones were from because what you're supposed to do is verify that all the parts are actually there before the order is marked as completed.
I see. And are you going to count them all?
Realistically, no.
Those things. Those are useful things.
Yes, more snot bricks. Always, yeah, and that was another big thing. We're gonna start getting into
These
those.
things.
See again, new colors. You need every every piece of the new colors.
Those things. Ooh, I'm glad you got a lot of white.
Yeah,
running out of
yeah.
those.
Absolutely. The weird jumpers,
Weird.
and then these, which are on. Remember the tree? The
Yes, the thing that made you rebuild the tree about 5 times.
Yeah, it was a bit of a problem, but now I know how it works.
Okay. 4x1.
Absolutely.
Studded things in green.
Those are kind of
studded
boring.
Things in a lot of colors.
Why so many greens? Because they were cheap.
More of those 2 studs.
Yeah, those are great.
ones.
Those are great.
Various random pieces. Very bright.
Yes.
More
Yes.
very brights of those.
What's
Long
this
wedges.
here? Ooh,
Grippy things.
grippy thing. Yes. Stop. Okay, these are a big deal. These are the Mixel ball joints.
You got a very large quantity.
Oh, I'm not done because I
What?
also need you need a thing to put them into, and there's also other ways to do this. The thing about these is they let you go off the grid. And the most interesting Lego creations are the ones that are not on the grid, right? You can do any angle you want with these. These are a big deal.
Anyhow, there's more grippy things.
More grippy things.
More potential grippy things, probably compatible with the others. What?
Yes,
the
these are the
heck
Mixel ball
these?
joint whatevers. I don't remember.
More grippy things. Those things.
Yes. Again, you need every piece of every color.
Black grippy things. Other grippy and grippable 2 things.
Grippable, yes.
Those.
Fantastic commentary.
More. I can't think of original things to say. The quantity is just too much. Just.
This is so much. God,
Just. Ooh, teapots.
Yes, teapots and teacups.
And cups. Those are just the little, like,
My
edges
wife
things.
probably has tea every day. Every day. And her mother comes over, and where does she go? She goes straight for the tea.
Well, I have great tea.
Hang on. Okay, 2x2s.
Those things.
Are these... Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you call them, but
Yeah, they're
those
the
things.
panel-y sort of things, yeah.
Wine glasses and forks and bowls. That's a lot of ooh.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
these are
That's
cool.
some of those are for the ramen shop. I had the idea of I'm gonna make a diner, and I needed silverware and stuff.
Oh, there's whisks.
Yes, there are whisks. Isn't that great? We need stuff for the diner. You know that YouTube channel where she makes like teeny tiny?
Oh.
Yeah, like that's actually a whisk.
How do you cook that?
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's
a whisk
called.
she could actually use.
Okay. Apparently, we're going to be doing a lot of painting in this city.
So those, yes, they're for painting, but they're more useful for like interesting micro work. That's why I got them, because you can connect stuff at a 90-degree angle. Okay, what do we got here? Oh yeah,
It
big.
looks like they're all individually wrapped in plastic.
What?
As
That's insane.
well. Is that to stop them being scratched or something?
You know what? White
Maybe.
scratches really easily, so does clear, or at least it shows up really easily. So I always try to protect mine as well.
Flags.
Those hinges, which are really cool, better than the old hinges.
Okay, more fun little parts. Ooh, grapes and baskets and hot dog buns.
Oh no! Did I not get enough hot dogs?
I think we have some sausages already. So we
Hmm.
can add them. We didn't have the buns.
Yes.
fun.
Those have been on my wanted list for a very long time, and I just never got around to it.
What are these like?
They're
Like
unicorn
unicorn
horns
horns?
in sand green.
Okay.
And then what are the... Oh, these ones. They're so interesting. I've never seen them. It's a Technic piece that I don't have, and whenever I see a Technic piece I don't have, I buy it. I might start a first Lego League team one day.
More
Home
colors of
things.
these.
Yeah. And then little present boxes.
These.
Yeah, the weird
The
corners.
little, I don't know what you call them.
Yeah.
I always use them for sinks and stuff.
Yeah. That's probably why I got them. Are we done? Are we
We're
three-quarters done?
3/4. Get it. Do it. What else have you done? What else?
I don't know.
Okay. Useful, but not especially interesting.
Oh yeah, more snot bricks.
And more of them.
Okay, yeah, the snot bricks are kind of a big deal.
Oh, those little
Yes.
curly
You know what? I
things.
really don't like this like weird pearl gold color, but they were cheap. It just looks like a Trump Tower piece. Yes, arches. 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 To make buildings. Cool arches.
Generally
Gotta have
useful
yeah,
pieces.
exactly.
Various ways
More
of
snot
connecting
bricks.
things in different ways.
These are super useful. I'm gonna have to get more of them because they lead to all sorts of interesting builds. Gotta have our one-by-ones.
Sparkly purple 1x1.
Yes, I saw those and I'm like, what are those? And I needed them.
Okay.
And again, these are very useful for micro builds. These things right here.
Ah, some poop.
Right. Hey, it's chocolate. It's not necessarily poop. Oh, yeah.
Those
Again,
little-
super useful for micro builds.
Cherries.
Yes.
Chains.
Chains. Yes, the chains.
Feel
I
very
always
spring
wanted more
bones.
chains as a kid. Oh, reverse arches.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to do something cool.
Or I will.
Are those snot bricks? Yes,
Yep.
they are.
And more of them.
Snot stands for studs not on top. My wife does not like
I
that
hate
term.
that name.
But that's what
clearly a
everyone
man
that's what
created that name.
everyone calls it. Ooh, again, they were cheap.
Different colors, different curves.
Yeah, I just had never seen them before, so I got them.
Three things, and I'm gonna call them windowsills.
Yeah, I don't have enough of those. I hope there's more coming up.
Even more of this piece in various colors.
Yeah, it's a pretty important piece. And also it's cheap.
Just in the blue color.
Yes, I'm adding a new color.
Okay. Ah.
Again,
Excellent.
super useful piece. I didn't get enough of them. What are these?
Just those one stud things in a
Right,
variety of colors.
to finish out my... Because I already have most of what I need, but this is just finishing out the collection, basically.
Those are larger pieces. Okay. And
Okay, yeah, more of these.
those
The little poles.
the little
Mm-hmm. Aha!
ice cream.
Yes, more of those, and then more of the very, very useful
You did
1x2s.
get more of these.
Yeah, that's great. More of the super useful, yeah, just super useful snob bricks.
Oh, these things.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Yes, that's it. just this.
This is what 20,000 pieces of Lego looks like.
I'm sure glad it comes pre-sorted.
Oh man, what a pain in the butt it would be. If they had all been just loose, I'd be so mad. That's the most recent haul. Now here's the question. Where am I going to put it all? I don't know.
That sounds like a you problem.
It's a we problem.
Uh-huh.
It's a
So
we
now
problem.
it's
Hey.
our Lego.
You don't get to do the fun stuff without also doing some of the chore stuff.
I think I sort more of the Lego than you do.
It's possible you do. This right here, these blacks, there's exactly 100 of these in here. So that's what it looks like to have 100. And I counted them. And then based on that, I figured out, okay, how many more do I need to fill out this container and like one more. And then I went from there.
We're gonna need more shelves.
And drawers. I have now organized all of the bags in such a way that lets me figure out what sort of an organizational system and bins and drawers do I need to get. Long story short, there are a couple of like big deal bags. Here's one of them. All these roundy round pieces, flat tiles. I didn't really have those before. I mean, like that really goes without saying for all the Lego here. This is a big deal bag. This just makes me happy just looking at it. Oh, it's so beautiful. I almost don't even want to open it. Just this one bag is going to be one of these, maybe 1.5. Another big deal bag is this one right here. These are 1x2 round slopes. I only got one of these ropes. I want a lot more, but I think it was like 25 cents. This is another big deal bag. These roundy round ones. This is almost the only bag that has them. Here's another big deal bag. Cheese wedges. This is just so beautiful. And these are going to be super useful in micro builds and just general builds as well. And this is another big deal bag. Well, all of these bags together are a big deal. My one regret that I bought is this bag. I don't think I'm ever going to use this. Yeah, they were cheap. This probably cost me $1 to $2, but I just don't see what I could possibly do with them. But besides that, like, this stuff is all pretty sweet. And then over here is just filling out my Technic collection, which is already very complete. Like, if you look over here, you can see some of my Technic. I'm most proud of this container. I've had it for a very long time, and it has absolutely everything that you could possibly need. Well, not everything, but like, it's very logically laid out. You got the 2-axle, 3, 4, 5, 6, pins, bushings. I use this all the time while building with Technic. Then all the beams, the smooth beams are in there. Gears are in there. Other attachment pieces are in here. Yeah, I used to do a lot more Technic building. Oh, and then like this is, these are just loose beams, which I've never needed to organize them more than this. This is totally fine, because I don't use them a lot. Anyway, yeah, so I just got a couple more colors of things that I didn't have. All right, anyway, here we go. Sorting. Some of the bags came all mixed, so you gotta sort them. Turns out that the easiest and fastest way to sort pieces is to slide them around. Don't pick them up one by one, slide them around, and you can even just see how fast it goes when I start doing that. Here I have a container full of animals. I didn't use it very often, although it was fun to have. It's easier just to look for the animal you want in a bag, so much more important to use these special tray things for pieces that you more frequently use. So here I am dealing with the fact that some of my cheese wedges were double cheese wedges, so I had to sort those out and just putting all the singles where they belong. I had way too many orange. Turns out I already had a bunch. And there's the final thing. I went down to Canadian Tire, which is a thing we have in Canada, and they don't just sell tires. Oh no! Okay, let's be a little bit more careful. I got, come on. There we go. I got 2 of these, and I got a full 4 in 1 with a handle. That's cool. So I can probably put that vertically like that on the table, and just hopefully the pieces won't fall out. I'll have to see about that. I might have to store it like this, which would be kind of a bummer. I don't know. I probably won't even use the handle very much. But these are just normal on the inside. So these ones on the inside, they have these dividers which come out way too easily. I'm going to use electrical tape to really hold those in. But the Mastercraft ones are really cool because these have a feature that I've been looking for a while, which is removable interiors. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Whether or not that ends up being useful, I guess I'll find out. Really, I should have like a set of drawers and then have like stuff like this in the drawers. I've been looking around for stuff, but nothing really fits underneath the tables that I have right now. Yeah, so like under the table right now, it's just a hodgepodge of nonsense because it's just hard to get to anything because everything's stacked on top of everything else. And then underneath this table, again, it's just stuff is stacked. I don't know. It's just not very useful of a space. I've just got stuff stacked on top of other stuff. So anyway, now I'm going to be putting a lot of this, but not all of it, into these containers. Wish me luck. Oh, hey, look, it's another time lapse. I actually used my camera's time lapse feature to film this. It was filmed at, I don't know, 2 frames per second. So, yeah, that was fun. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to count all 20,000 pieces. I'm just going to count a few of the lots, and if those are accurate, then I'm going to assume they're all accurate, and then I'll mark the Bricklink order as fulfilled. So we'll do this. That one can go there. The darker blue will go here. So white goes here. Finish sorting that bag. And then I'll put black here. The thing is, I need dividers, and I don't have them. So here's some dividers from my other containers. And this one does not work. That's too small. This one is much too big. This one is just right, except that it's too tall. So I could cut off the bottom. I really don't want to. So I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll just cut bits out of the Ninjago box that I got some of the Lego in. Black is your most useful color because it goes with every color. White goes with almost every color. Which ones does it not go with? I don't know. And then after that you want your light gray and your dark grays. But I don't have enough space. I still have more that don't go anywhere. So I'm going to have to mix together some of the colors. I don't want to have to do it, but I'm going to do it. So bright pink and lavender are going to go in there. And like the Friends colors, I don't care about them as much. They are kind of interesting, and people don't build with them as much, I think, so do cool. Oh, I didn't realize I'd opened that one. So we're just going to mix those two together. Just mix those, yeah, I'm doing it. And then the etc. So I could build this here, and then like add another one there, but then also the problem is that the lid, I don't know if you can see that, but the lid actually goes up right here. Because this is like probably built for just like larger pieces that can't slip through those teeny gaps. So we're gonna, I don't like doing this. Hold it tight. Hold it tight. Really hold it tight. You see there's all the yellow that I put on there to keep those in place when it's open. All right, let's see the damage. Oh. Okay. None of the white have escaped. I guess maybe that gap is... Oh, it's very close. One could conceivably escape through there, but I'm just not going to worry about it right now. Yeah, I've got some more colors coming. I totally forgot about light bluish gray. I'll have to do another order at some point. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna shove the etc. colors in here. If you're gonna mix colors, I feel like it's better to mix like ones that are very different so it's easy to pick out. Alright. Anyway, now you can just imagine that I'm just gonna do this for all the rest of the Lego, right? So like, I'm not gonna film it all, but essentially, I'm gonna fill up the rest of those. Okay, most of the sorting is done. It still looks like absolute chaos, even though it was actually worse, if you can believe it. I'll just show you what I did here real quick. So this is the snot container, Stuz Nut on top. And I actually have another order coming of 10,000 Lego pieces, which I'm even more excited about. And then I'm going to have to move some stuff around. I might end up mixing together like these and these, just like because this is with the thing on the bottom, and then the ones up here are with the thing on the top. You see that? Right, so they are different, but they look very similar. And actually, some of the most useful ones are these ones right here, just the single. So I've got a lot more of these ones coming, but I don't have much of a spot for them. So I'm going to have to move some of this stuff around. So that's that container. This one here is the, well, there's going to be a lot more Mixel. I can't believe how few of those I have, but I got more stuff coming. Grippy things, basically. These ones, not too useful. These ones, very nice for detail. And then, I need more of those, because those are great for detail as well. And then, I don't know, you can see what there is. I think I got too many of those. All of this is subject to change, depending upon what I end up using a lot of, and what I end up not using a lot of. And then up here on the shelf is where these all ended up. And my wife just decided to use the container of them for the base plates, which I actually really like. Most of my base plates are roads, which I really, really wanted as a kid. But now, as an adult, I'm like, ugh, cars? Give me a bike lane. So let's just take a quick look at these. All right. As you saw, here's the 1x1 round tiles. You can very clearly see where the gaps in my collection are, which will be somewhat remediated by the upcoming order. Here are the beautiful, beautiful 1x1 quarter tiles, which always just make me so happy to see. And I have little notes of like coral's gonna go there, and this one not as exciting. And then the most interesting one, which is just etc. tiles. So looking up here, a lot of these were kind of retooled. I completely reorganized this entire thing here. The bottom is still the same, but it's just much more logically laid out. Just move stuff around. And then over here we have the overflow. These bags are all the bags of things that are in these containers. And the idea is that once you run out, you can grab more from up here. And that's just the best way that I've found of making sure that all your Lego parts are accessible while still having enough to actually make large builds. Because if you had to have each of these containers actually be the size of the parts you have, then some of them would be way bigger, some would be way smaller, and it would just be really annoying. Like, you would just run out of physical space. Although, with things like this, like, they're so small that this is actually my entire collection of these particular colors as cheese wedges. Oh, and then over here, I moved my food collection to the trays. You may have noticed this train station right here. This is my wife's doing. I think it looks spectacular so far. And then these bags of, like, things sorted by color, those are not going to last. I didn't do that. That's from one of the collections I bought, and those will eventually get sorted by piece. And then right over here, we just have the remaining overflow bags of the stuff that I couldn't fit in any of the containers or in there. Just the overflow of things that I'll probably rarely use. I do actually kind of regret buying so many green ones, but they were just really cheap. You know, I think my philosophy of if a piece is really cheap, I'll buy a bunch of them is not the best philosophy. I'm now going to change how I do things because I'm just going to have this bag forever and hardly use it. I should have thought more about where am I actually going to store the pieces once I get them. Because with the little teeny pieces, it's fine and it looks really cool. But with the bigger ones, it becomes a problem. So now I know. Anyway, there's more coming, so stay tuned. Bye for now.